So virtual wholesaling for the military spouse. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a military spouse. Whether you're a male or female, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to show you guys how virtual wholesaling can work for you. If you're not familiar with wholesaling and how it works, we're just talking about finding distressed properties and getting that seller to sign an agreement to sell you that property at a discount, okay? After you do so, it's going to be your job to find an end buyer to fulfill that commitment to actually purchase the property, and you're going to collect an assignment fee. But you actually don't have to do this in person, okay? You can do this virtually. I did it virtually for a long time. You can find boots on the ground to help you if you need to meet the seller. But a lot of times you can do this by just sending the seller a DocuSign for them to sign virtually, okay? You can also find people to work with that can meet at the property. That's what I do. I always partnered up on my virtual deals. I have a great partner that I work with, and they go to the property and they lock that property up and get it under contract. But why this is really important for the military spouse is a couple reasons, and I'm just going to go over them relatively quickly, okay? So stick with me on this. We're talking about you can work from home. I know that you guys move a lot, okay? I think my wife and I moved 5 times in 8 years. I loved all the places we went, but it's quite difficult. You want to start a new business or a new job, and you make new friends, and it's a relatively hard life on the whole family, okay? But when you're doing this business, you can do it from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. I always virtual wholesaled in the state I was from, okay? I didn't move when I moved to like North Carolina or Colorado or California. I didn't do any deals in that state. I did it all from the state I was from. So I was from Kentucky. And when I lived in California, I was still doing deals in Kentucky. When I was in Colorado, I was still doing deals in Kentucky because that was what easiest for me. Okay, that was the lowest barrier of entry. I could simply know the area. It was a lot easier, when somebody would call to get the deal done because I was familiar. I also have a thick Southern accent. Okay, so people knew I was a local, and that was what was easiest for me. Not necessarily what you might do. You might come from a small town. There's not a huge population, and you want to go after a better market. We're looking for markets with at least 500,000 and above people who live there, just so that when you get a deal, the likelihood of you selling that deal, it goes up, okay? So that's what we're thinking about as a work from anywhere type of business. The next one is your flexible schedule. Military spouses don't have a lot of time, especially if you're homeschooling, taking care of kids, taking care of the family. There's a lot of things to do when you're a military spouse, especially if you're involved in the FRG, okay? There's a lot of things that's going on in your life, just the stress and the workload of being a military spouse. So you have a flexible schedule. You can set the hours when you work, what time you have available, even if it's 2 hours a day. That's about the minimum I suggest. That's realistic to get into the business, is about 2 hours a day. Just to make calls and follow-ups and things that's required to be successful. But the more you put into it, the more you get out of it, okay? So a flexible schedule is really important. The next one is to supplement your guys' income. An extra $10,000 a year, $50,000, even $100,000 a year, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of extra money that can help your family. Maybe you have some credit card debt, student loan debt. Maybe you just want to save up some money and go on a vacation or buy a new car, or start saving money for retirement when your spouse retires, or you guys want to have a business to get into that's already generating income when they retire. Okay, this is just because it's virtual doesn't mean there's not a lot of money involved in this. We definitely made a lot of income in this business, and I highly recommend getting involved just because of the income that's possible. Okay, this isn't like some multi-level marketing scheme or anything like that. It's a real business that generates real income. The next great thing about this is you actually don't need a degree. So you don't have to start trying to figure out how you're going to pay to, get a degree to do it. In some areas, you may need a real estate license to do so, but that's very far states to do that. And you're virtual, pick a different area that doesn't require that, okay? You're limitless because you're virtual. So you definitely don't need any kind of special education to do it. 100% believe you should learn how to do it. Watch my videos, watch somebody else's videos, buy a course, mine, somebody else's, it doesn't matter, okay? You want to learn what's going on so that you don't get jammed up, hurt the seller, hurt yourself financially, but you can learn all that, but it doesn't require any kind of special degree, okay? The faster you learn how to do it, the faster you guys can get started. And the best part about this, guys, is you can actually get started today. You don't have to wait 6 months from now, 6 weeks from now. Literally, you guys can get started today. Once you guys spend 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, kind of go ahead and learn the information, whether it's free online or you pay for a course, either way, you go ahead and get that information. You can start today. It's simple to get started. You can start learning how to do the business. You start telling people, hey, I'm looking to buy houses. Do you know somebody has a distressed property? You can start putting out the flyers and putting out stuff online, making your Facebook post. You can get a website generally for free, okay? So the barrier of entry to get started is really only you. You're the only one that's stopping you from getting involved in this business. So I want you guys, if you're a military spouse, I have a special place in my heart, to be honest, for the military spouse, and really, truly, the real sacrifices the men and women do for the country and the spouses that support them, okay? So if you guys are a military spouse or a veteran, please comment below. Let me know if you're interested in getting involved in real estate. Reach out to me. I would be glad to help, and I'll see you guys in the next video.